Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Civilization Beyond Earth. When we last left our burgeoning colony, we were bringing this guy back from another successful dig to pick up one more expedition module, and then continue on with the digging. And we're also doing some more exploring over here. A little bit of graphical weirdness there. I just loaded the game up. So let's go ahead and continue. We're also working on getting some computing. The computing technology researched, so that we can start in on our spy agency, as well as maybe some other potential goals. Eventually, we're going to want to start working towards the which victory condition had I chosen? The not transcendence, emancipation. That was the one. Basically, go home to Earth like petulant children and kill our parents. That's what we want to do. Alright, so what were we doing? We can't make a Phyrexite mine there yet. So not really a lot left that we can do for this city. It's a little long to be making a road from here to there. Not to mention it's already connected via water to our home city, so we don't even need to worry about that. What can we get this guy to do then? Well, we are making a fair amount of money. Are we doing that by putting one of our city's production into it? No. So we can afford to maybe bring a tile improvement, one of those terraforming tile improvements. That'd be a bad idea. How are we doing for work tiles on this town? Let's see. We have any tiles being worked? Yeah, we have one tile being worked that isn't improved. So let's go ahead, move him down here, and get him to work on one of the hold on. A dome. Oh, okay, that's just pure culture, which isn't a horrible thing, but, you get 2 culture for that, or you can do 2 culture plus a bunch of other stuff for that. Which, I mean, granted, it costs a little more, but I think it's worth it in this case. So let's go ahead and keep running this guy back to our city. So far, nothing too amazing to discover up here other than just what the other civilizations have done. But they don't really seem to be affecting us too much. I'm definitely going to be bumping the difficulty up on my next game. This game and my own off-camera game are both at the same difficulty level, and it's just not enough. Okay, so we are hurting a little bit as far as health is concerned. So we might want to focus on that. In the same breath, a recycler would actually be fairly useful. But a gene garden would give us +2 health as well as some science. It's 18 turns for that, though. So I think we're going to start with the recycler just to give us some extra production. And then after that, we'll move on to the, what do I call it? The gene garden. And it's not a big deal if we drop into a little bit of unhealthiness while we wait for that either. It's not like, it's not nearly as severe as it is in Civ 5. I have come to learn. Really, all you're suffering at negative health is a little bit of science and culture problems. Which, not great. Also, the other thing that's not great is just how close that worm is to my tile improvements. I'd rather not have to rebuild them, if at all possible. We should have computing this turn, which would be nice. Curious as to what this worm is going to do. Go away. We don't want you here. Leave the plantation alone. Thank you.
Computers because they automate the tedious stuff and give us more time for important things like market manipulation.
Okay, so we have a missile rover, which is basically artillery, gunboat, self-explanatory, spy agency, as well as the network thing that we can build, which is a decent amount of science, especially if we have some copper nearby, which I don't believe... Yeah, that's our closest bit of copper there, and I don't think we have any up here either. No. Alright, so first things first, let's get that guy out of the miasma. And we'll do some more exploring this way. We also have a virtue to develop. What are you doing? Oh, you finished building... What did you build there? A mine? Yeah. That's a fairly decent place for a mine. It's suggesting a bunch of domes, but I don't really see the point. If we were worried about some military action against us, then sure. But right now, there's just... However, I am seeing some decent places for farms, so we might as well build them there. Okay, we have another virtue that we can pick. Let's see, we have I can recruit a new covert agent, or I can earn extra science equal to 15% of my culture. Let's see. Or I could maybe start to work down this path as well, which is negative minus 40% science penalty for the number of cities for new tech, and the MemWeb, which is minus 40% culture penalty for the number of cities for new virtues. I'm not sure what would be the best option here. Actually, you know what? We're going to pick up that one. It's a nice, good early one. I probably should have picked up before now. Oh, we also have another virtue that we can pick. Why'd we get that? Oh, cool. Because of that. That's handy. So, what can we maybe pick up now? Actually, that might be decent. Help pay for some of that terraforming we're doing. Or again, I can maybe start doing some working down here, which there's some good ones in this tree as well. But I think that +1 energy might be the way to go. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll boost our energy way, way up. Let me see. We have a new quest as well. To your advantage, build 1 bionics lab. And for your eyes only, build a spy agency, which we will do here. So go ahead, build a spy agency, get that done. And we are currently researching communications. Why was I doing that? Let's see. It's been a little bit since I played this game. Or this game. This particular save file, so I'm kind of... don't 100% remember what I was doing, to be perfectly honest. Let me see. +1 science from city or station trade routes, command center, and the TACnet hub. I'm sure I had a plan here. I'm not sure what that was, but what the who? We'll let him finish. Actually, I say that, but let's see what else we have available here. Orbital unit, +1 food on the tiles you own, generates 1 to 2 new basic resources on unimproved tiles across its lifespan. That could actually be really handy to have. Alright, let's actually take a look at the victory condition, because that usually dictates what I research when I don't have anything I particularly want. I want a lasercom satellite. Maybe that's why I was researching it. Where do I get lasercom satellites? Right there. Alright, that's why I was researching communications. That makes sense now. So we'll let that go. Alright, moving on. So, where are we at right now? Essentially, we're just working on city growth. We don't really have much to defend ourselves against, which is a little boring, I won't lie. At least for me. I'd much prefer to be having to fight some of these guys off. But again, the AI just doesn't really seem to be as aggressive here as it is in Civ 5, so it's the type of thing where if you're playing at you know, say, I can't remember what the actual difficulty levels are called, but if you're saying playing at like level 3 on Civ 5, you might want to bump up to, say, level 3 or level 4 on Beyond Earth to start with, and then kind of go from there. Why can't you move there? Oh yeah, because there's already a military unit there. Okay, you get out of the way. You guys hang out there. And let's see what else we can find out. So I figure with that done, we can maybe complete off that spying quest, which will be handy. Other than that, we're more or less just continuing to boost our... you guys can just wait a turn or two. To boost our cities up some more, as well as... maybe I should be looking to found a 4th city. You know what? That probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Where do we want to do that? Where would be useful to do that? Are there any materials or resources that I feel I could pick up more of? I think we're fine on floatstone, so if we wanted to settle someplace without some, I think we'd be okay there. Up here would probably be a fairly decent place for a city. This is all grassland, which is really good. We've got a couple of the xenomass, which, I mean, we're not going harmony, but it's still useful. We have copper, which we can use for research. Some silica, some algae. We have a couple alien nests up there, which we'd have to go and clear out, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Maybe that would be the way to go. I'm thinking yes. So, okay, what we're going to do, over the next couple of turns, after the spy agency is finished at least, is start building up some soldiers that we can use to go and murder the aliens over there, and then we can set up our 4th city over here. That, to me, sounds like a good idea. Okay, you guys are going to fortify until healed, because we want you to get some health back, and then go do that final excavation on the dinosaur bones, or the alien skeleton, I should say. And all should be good there. That worm just keeps jumping back and forth. He's making me very scared. But Thabo is starving. Why are you starving? You should have plenty of food. Did we lose a development or something? No. We did not. I'm not sure why you guys started to starve, but that's fine. That should be... How long until this is done? Construct a Terranscape. 14 turns? Really? Yeah, that's a long project. Alright. Well, just to continue the growth then, let's buy the algae. And then you start working. Actually, reset. There we go. And then that way at least there's some growth. Oh, you know why? Probably the caravan stopped. I bet you any money that's it. We have a quest decision too. What goes around? If we are trying to survive on this planet, we must be conscious of our new ecosystem. Luckily, we've learned from our past mistakes and have already instated a consistent recycling policy. The benefits of recycling are already known to us. But what of the recycled goods? Low-quality goods can be produced more quickly, thereby reaching more people. On the other hand, high-quality goods are sturdier and can be used for more demanding work, such as food production. In the long run, which would be more beneficial? So I can increase worker speed by 10%, or I can get +1 food from my recycler. Now, if I take a look in here, I could pick up this Helping Hands, and that would give me a 25% worker speed increase, which would be really handy, and it might actually speed this up. So I think we will go for a worker speed increase, because we have enough food as it is already. Low quality is a misnomer. These goods are still necessary and beneficial. Their fast production time will more than make up for their inability to support strenuous work. Alright, so you've healed up enough. You can start heading back over to the, I keep saying dinosaur. To the, alien skeleton. Alright, trade convoy will get you going back over to Thabo, because that's a pretty good route still. Yeah, that's still the best route we have available. And that brings you guys off of the starving status. You guys are going to not skip a turn. Get back up there. There we go. That's the right way to do things now. Yeah, the internal trade routes are just so powerful. Those are going to get nerfed. In good time, those are going to get nerfed. Okay, these worms can really go away. They are making me very nervous. Okay, you go on alert. And we'll get you kind of marching over to the alien skeleton again. We got a... Ooh, looks like we have maybe an abandoned settlement up here, or... Do you have any explorer modules? Yes, you do. So if we find something, we can maybe dig it up. But I saw another explorer over here, so... Probably nothing left. Pardon me while I take a drink. Today's refreshing beverage is coffee. I do so love my coffee. Alright, somebody completed the Stellar Codex. I found a mod on the Steam Workshop today, which I think I'm going to install after I'm finished this game. I don't want to install any mods, even cosmetic ones, while I'm in the middle of a game, because it can be jarring to some, including myself. But it's useful in that it... Okay, give me a second here. If I go into the tech tree, it color codes all these icons, so you know what's a unit, what's a building, what's a tile improvement, and that kind of thing. I was looking at the screenshots of it, and it looks really good, so I'll probably be using that fairly soon. Alright, we're going to send you up to Ayan. Actually, where is this guy sitting at as far as... it's currently maxed at tier 3, so it's not going away anytime soon. Unfortunately, things aren't going terribly well over here. Can you spare something for a friend? You want... Floatstone in exchange for a favor in the future. You want 3 floatstone for 30 turns. I'm not going to use it, but the question is, would giving it to you help you? You know what? Fine. Since I don't really want to get into a war with you at this point, I'll let you have it. That'll give me some positive standing with you. And gets me something later on for a resource I really have no use for right now. And still, these worms, go away. Very disconcerting. Alright. So, over here, is there anything left? Nope, didn't think so. But that's fine. What do we got here? Okay, Thabo, we just finished up something. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was our recycling plant. So what can we build now? Could build a gene garden. That gives us some additional health. And we are sitting at 0 health, so that would be useful. Let me see. Lots of desert around here, though, and that would give me... this would actually probably give me more food for more growth, but more growth means more unhappiness, or I guess unhealthiness. So... best bet is actually probably the gene garden at this point. That allows us to support a couple more population. 16 turns, which is a bit killer. 9 turns left on that terraforming, which is good. We'll have that ready to go soon, and then we can get a barge built on that algae and have plenty of food. No, why is everybody stealing my float stone? You jerks. Alright, fine. Again, 30 turns, but that's giving away even more of my float stone, which I'm not too terribly happy to be doing, so no to that. Sorry this has caused a divide between us, but I honestly don't care. Somebody already took the 3 I was willing to spare. I'm not willing to give out any more than that. Alright, move you guys there, skip turn. Looks like we found the Arctic Circle. So, I think we have, with the exception of this place down here, we have most of the... Nope, sorry, we have other places over here. Alright, never mind. We have a fair bit of the map explored, but not nearly as much as I thought before. Nope, where are we going? Thank you.
You now have covert agents available. Assign them to other factions' cities to perform covert operations, or to your own cities to protect yourself against enemy agents.
Thank you, Advisor. Okay, so we completed For Your Eyes Only. So if I take a look at the quests now, there should be Perform Establish Network, Covert Operation, and Axiom. Axiom. So let's go ahead and do that. Covert Ops.
This may be helpful.
Go away. Okay, so we can basically choose a kind of general buff that we're giving based on the agents at our headquarters. So, I think we're going to do... I'm not really sure. One production for one... Oh, okay, that's wonders, so that's no good. I think we'll do operations support. Lowers the risk to covert agents doing operations for each agent in headquarters. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now I want the first guy to be in Axiom. We'll assign him there. Then we want another guy in... These guys are getting rather large, so let's put somebody in one of their outlying cities, I guess. That's an 8. That's a 4. Let's go here. And then the third person is going to go into our home city. How do I assign you to guard the homestead? Here we go. Megan. There we go. You go there. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, as I said before, let's start working on building some units that we can use to clear the area that we want to set up our 4th city in. So we want... We're going to want a few gunners. Do I not have them? Have I really not researched the tech for gunners? No, physics, right here. I have not, in fact, researched it. Wow, that's a bit of an oversight. Alright, 10 turns until communications is done. I suppose we have these missile rovers. Range strength of 12. Alright, what we're going to do instead then, let's get this network built. That'll take up 7 turns. And then we're going to start building our army after we research what we need to actually, you know, make people with guns. Because, I mean, it's possible to, you know, take over a, or to kill some aliens without it, but it's just so much easier to do if you have guns. Yeah, more coffee. Delicious. I'm not really sure how I feel about the change to the health system in the general terms of the luxury resources being taken away. I suppose it puts a much bigger importance on, you know, what buildings you build in your city. But I don't know. So far, in my games, it just seems like, yeah, build all the health improvements because you'll need them. So I don't really know. On the other hand, and it seems to have also killed trade. I mean, it's different, but it's one of those things where I'm not sure if it was change for the better or change for the sake of change. And I'm leaning towards change for the sake of change in this instance. But that's just kind of how I feel. And again, it's entirely possible I'm wrong. I'm still fairly inexperienced with this game, so... Alrighty. Alright, we also have another quest decision to make. The Garden of Eden. With this new gene garden, we unlock the potential of the human form. How shall we direct that potential? How we shall direct that potential, however, is up for debate. Our people have split into two schools of thought. The first and largest believe the gene garden should be used to perfect our bodies through controlled mutation. The second, and most radical, want the garden to explore biotechnical possibilities. Whichever path we take could very well define our future. So I could experiment with biotechnology, which gives me 3 energy from gene gardens. Experiment with controlled mutation, which is +1 health from gene gardens. Well, I'm building gene gardens for the health anyway, so the additional health just makes them better at what I want them for. We may never completely overcome our inherent weaknesses, but through controlled mutation we can leave behind some frailty. The healthier we are, the longer we will live. Only through our perseverance will this planet be ours. Alright, so we seem to have explored a fair amount over here. We still have a bunch over on this side though, so maybe I should actually loop back around down here and then hop back onto land and check over that way. That seems like the smart thing to do. How are things going over this way? So far so good. 5 turns left on that. That damn worm is still hanging around, which I kind of wish he would go away. Alright, let's get our last expedition for this area started. We're going to follow the coast for a little bit until we basically get down to here. I guess down to here because I don't want to be sitting in the miasma. Scientific method. The head of our new laboratory has an interesting proposal. At the moment, our research is quite broad. This approach is beneficial, but is dependent upon building more laboratories in other cities. However, he believes we can increase our scientific progress by focusing our research on xenecology. Once we understand the local biology, we should be able to harness it for our scientific endeavors. Let me see. Explorer units gain 1 additional expedition module. Meh. And +1 science from laboratories. That one's fairly easy to figure out. If we focus too much on alien studies, we may lose sight of other possible advancements. Let us keep our research broad. Alright. I really want to get to building some damn soldiers, but I will fully admit I've screwed up my research on this one, and it's kind of one of those things. Playing the game a little bit on my own, getting more experience at it, has just shown me...
This may be helpful.
Thank you, Advisor. Has just shown me how much I've screwed up my some things in this game. But it's a learning process. I mean, you know, when I first started playing this game, it was like literally the minute it came out. So, well, pretty close to it anyway. So, covert operations. In Axiom, we want to establish a network. In Finashi, we want to also establish a network. Because why not? Alright, who needs orders? You do. So let's get ourselves down to here. Over the next couple of turns, I guess. It's kind of nice that we get the sight around their cities too with that, with the spies there. Now, one thing I haven't figured out yet is if it's possible to get more than 3 spies outside of, like, very rare, circumstances. I don't think so. I think it's mostly, like, unless you want to really devote something to it, you're stuck with 3 spies. What are you? What's this? Oh, did I build another one of those? Yeah, this is a terrascape. Nice. So I guess that's, let me see. So we got 2 food, 2 production, and 2 culture from that, one area, which is fairly decent. We can probably go ahead and... Yeah, we have some floodplains over here. Let's get some farms built over here. It seems like probably a pretty good use of our time. Alright, next turn we can disembark him and start heading overland again. Or maybe I'll just follow the coastline and see if this maybe wraps around under here. Or at the very least, get off over here and do some more exploring. Actually, that seems like the better idea, because then that way at least I'm exploring the coastline. And if I ever want to set trade routes up that way, then they are, they have the area uncovered that they can actually travel. So, small change in plan, but that's what we're going to end up doing. I wonder if actually I should maybe consider settling somewhere else other than where I'm thinking. Trying to decide where a good place for a city might be. I don't know, I'm still thinking up here. We have plenty of Zenimax, we have, plenty of other resources that we can take advantage of and grow the city. It seems like it might be a good idea. Anyways, let's go ahead and get a recycler built over here, just to increase our production. That's one of those ones I'm thinking is probably going to be first and foremost in my list going forward. And I want to build a... I guess I should get a couple of Marines out anyway, since they need to kind of be the bodyguards for the gunners. After many fruitless months excavating the alien skeleton, an alien life form approached from the wild as if it was called. Your expedition team quickly armed itself, but this proved unnecessary. Whatever reverence it had for the dead skeleton seems to have transferred to you. An alien manticore is now under your control. Sweet. They shoot? Yeah, they can. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool, actually. Alright, let's see here. I want to get him transferred down towards here to help with the attack. To do that, we're going to have to walk him back around this way so he's not going through the alien nest. I don't know if they'd attack him or not, being that he is an alien himself. But, whatever. Alright, so, Manticore. Please tell me you can move more than 1 a turn. Nope. Come on. Move. Oh, okay. It's not my turn yet. I thought it was. Hello. Ah. Alright. What the? No. No. Damn it. What did I just do? Who did I just move? I had a worker down here. Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah, no, you're not gonna do what you think you're gonna do. I actually want you to go over here. Alright. Now, you go ahead and move. Alright, now I need to think of what I'm gonna do with this explorer, because he's kind of served the purpose that he was serving for the last little while. Well, he might as well hop on a boat and maybe start exploring over in this direction, I think. So we'll stop off by a city either way, just to make sure that if we do come across another expedition site, he can actually dig it up. But I have gone on for about the proper length for an episode, so I'm going to have to call it here. So thank you guys very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the form of a like, dislike, or comment below. I read and appreciate every single one.
One of the finest shadings of communication is the difference between "I didn't understand that" and "I understand that, but I don't care."
Thanks for interrupting the outro. So long, guys.